Well, g'day to the Mad Dragons vodcast panel. What are your thoughts on the Tom Eisenhuth signing?
As Flano said, I think it's more of a stopgap signing. It's only for the 2024 season. We don't have a lot of players available, so I think it brings some experience. He's been in a winning system at the Melbourne Storm. He'll bring some experience to these younger guys we've got, and I think he could be a smoky for our 17 each week in the new season. Flano's trying to improve the culture at the club, and having someone that's been part of a professional system like the Melbourne Storm will be great for our younger guys and be a mentor for them and show what it takes to play in the NRL. So I don't think he'll be a world-beating signing, but he'll be a handy signing for us. He can play a little bit of centre, play a bit of back row. I think he could very well be on our edge come round one. So I think he's a handy signing, not without being brilliant. So a good pickup, and looking forward to see how he goes in the Red V. So looking forward to see Tom Eisenhuth with us in 2024.
Yeah, Tommy Eisenhuth, I think he's a decent signing. I don't think there's going to be too many Dragons fans that are going to be overly excited about this signing. I don't think there is. But I don't think it's a bad signing either. I think if you look at what's available for 2024, there's not a lot out there. And if you look at what we need, I don't think that Eisenhuth is the worst option. Yeah, he's 31, but he's coming out of a Melbourne Storm system. He played almost every game for the Storm last year. Admittedly, most of them off the bench in limited minutes, but he's playing in a top 4 team week in, week out. Coming to the Dragons, he's going to be in our best 17, you would think, every single week, if not our starting 13. And if you think about our edge forwards, like obviously we had Jaden Sewer, we had that side of the field locked down with Sewer. Where a big part of our problem happened last year was that second rower on the other side of the field. For a lot of the year, that was Ben Murdoch-Masila. And he cannot move sideways, and that's where so much of our defensive frailty started, was with Ben Murdoch-Masila and Junior Amone on that side of the field. It was Matty Feeney and Moses Sully that wore the brunt of the blame, but the problem actually started in the second row. I think bringing Tom Eisenhuth in, he's a guy that can defend. He's a very good defensive second rower. I think that's what he brings to the team. Again, it's a 1-year signing. He's a bit of a placeholder, and that's all we need on the edge. If you look at what's just in behind, the guys that are 6 to 18 months away from being regular NRL players, young juniors coming through. I'm talking Dylan Egan, Nick Sagranis. They're very, very close to being NRL players, and they're great young players. And then a bit further behind them is Jacob Halangahu, who I think might very well be the best player his age in the entire world. Like, he is a monster, an absolute champion player. And he's not far away, probably 2 seasons away from being in the Red V. So all we need is a guy that's actually going to hold down a spot for a year, maybe 2 years. I'd say the 1 year's enough, and then we've got Dylan Egan, Nick Sagranis will fight over that spot with one of the Couchman brothers. Will be in the mix as well. So we've got some good young players already to fill that spot. So I don't think we need to go out and sign a Nanai or a Hylam Lukey or anything like that, because we've got the young edge forwards there. If we can keep Jaden Sewer, that's probably the proviso. We need to keep him, I think, at the club. And then in terms of who's going to partner with Jaden Sewer down the track, there are heaps of great young options that are not too far away. And because of that, I think that Tom Eisenhuth is actually a pretty decent signing for us for 2024. He'll fill that spot, he'll play a role, he'll do a job, and for that reason, I'm not too disappointed in the signing. I think it's a good one. I don't know that it's going to make a great deal of difference to our overall fortunes in 2024, but all the same, it's a pretty good signing. I think Dragons fans should be about as happy as they can be, because there's not going to be any more signings, I wouldn't think, before the start of the season. What we've got is what we've got. The exciting signings from now on are going to be announcing signings for 2025. I think that's what we have to look forward to in terms of the recruitment space. And again, I know a lot of people want it now. Our recruitment over the last 3, 4, 5 years, maybe further back, has been abysmal. It has been absolutely dreadful. So there's not a lot of optimism from Dragons fans in terms of what they're expecting for 2025. And that's perfectly understandable, but they're not going to be announcing those signings in November. So November 1, they can start negotiating. Negotiations take a couple of weeks. After that, there's a cooling off period, and then after the cooling off period, then they can send the contract to the NRL. The NRL then takes about a month to register it earliest. Even if we signed a player already, even if we've already signed a player, they still won't be able to announce it until January. So I think we need to cool our jets. I think there will be a couple of signings announced for 2025. Before round 1 2024 kicks off. So watch this space. I think if we show a little bit of patience, those signings will start to flow through. And I think there's going to be a couple of good ones that Flannel will land. Come on, Dragons fans. Fire up!